I'm back, Mrs. Smallbridge.
What a pity. I thought you'd emigrated.
Oh, shops were very crowded.
What have you got in the bag?
Balls.
Pardon?
For the Christmas tree. Me and my mum have decorated it tonight.
Be glad when it's all over.
Don't you like Christmas?
Not particularly. It's too commercial these days. Cost me over 20 quid this morning.
What for?
Compliments of the season. First it was the postman. Compliments of the season, Mr. Smallbridge. That cost me a fiver. Then the paper boy. Compliments of the season, Mr. Smallbridge. Another 2 quid. And the dustman, the milkman. Window cleaner. And then the local traffic warden. I'm up to here with compliments of the season.
Compliments of the season, mister.
Who are you?
Billy Cunliffe. Compliments of the season.
Oh, Pitt.
But you're supposed to give me something.
Why should I?
It's Christmas. Goodwill to all men. And besides, it's for a good cause.
Good cause.
Yeah,
That is for a good cause.
it is. It'll bring a smile to someone's face this Christmas.
Whose face will that be then?
Mine. Merry Christmas!
Ah, gotcha. Aha.
Yeah, and you were wrong about him.
What do you mean?
He said you were a stingy old codger who won't give me a penny.
Well, that's very nice.
I didn't say anything of the kind.
Simon's quite right. The little scamp's made it all up.
I just popped in to ask you to keep an eye on next door. I'm getting the car to take Auntie down to St. Luke's.
Yes, I've promised to help the vicar with his crib.
15-2, 15-4, and 1 for his knob.
I beg your pardon.
It's crib. Me and my mum play it every weekend.
He's in a world of his own.
I was referring to the Christmas crib.
Oh, that crib.
Yes. Oh, the vicar's having a special Christmas Eve service for the children tomorrow night, and I've promised to help with the preparations.
Yeah, it's very Christian of you.
Oh, before I go, Ringo, this is for you. Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you, Miss Latimer. Touchy.
Pardon?
I think he means touche.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you, Ringo. Thank you very much.
Not at all.
Come on, Auntie. I'll see you in the pub tonight.
Right.
Right, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Well, while we're exchanging presents, that's yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smallbridge. I wonder what it could be.
Well, it's a surprise. Well, don't rattle it about.
Oh, sorry.
Now look what you've done.
It's a radio!
It's a radio alarm to help you get back here on time. You can open it now and stop
right.
it.
Oh, look. Oh, that's great. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Smallbridge. This is for you.
Well, thank you, Ringo.
You can open it now if you like. God, it's great, isn't it?
Midnight Passion.
What?
Just what I wanted, a bottle of perfume.
That's not your present. Oh, dear. Simon's auntie's not going to be too pleased.
Why not?
I've given her a shaving brush.
Well, that's the lot out of the car.
How do you think it looks, Simon?
Oh, very artistic.
All we need now is the artificial snow on the roof.
Right, I've got it here and I'll do that. Now, do you want a light sprinkling or a heavy fall?
Oh, put the lot on.
Put the lot on, right? Oh, dear.
How are we doing?
Oh,
Well, disaster, I'm afraid. We've just buried Jesus.
Isn't that a little premature? This is the nativity, not the crucifixion.
oh, it was just a little accident, Vickers. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, good. I thought you might be glad of a little sustenance.
What a wonderful idea.
Yes, as St. Paul says to Timothy, use a little wine for thy stomach's sake.
My view is exactly, yes. Is it red or white?
It's yellow.
Yellow.
Yes, it's cowslip. I make it myself. Say when.
When?
Oh, come, Mr. Peel. I'm sure you can manage a glass. Miss Latimer.
Oh, yes, please, Vicar.
I think you'll find it's got a rather delicate bouquet.
What do you say it's made from?
Cowslip.
I think I can smell the cow.
Oh, very droll, Mr. Peel. Must remember to tell that one to the bishop. Your very good health.
Cheers.
Cheeky little thing, isn't it?
She's extremely presumptuous.
Well, you've both done the most excellent job at the crib. What do you think of the figures, Mr. Peel?
Oh, they're charming. 19th century Santons, I would say.
Oh, absolutely spot on. They were donated to the church by one of our parishioners.
Were they?
Quite valuable, I think.
Oh, yes. I would say that this whole tableau would be worth several £1,000s.
Another glass of wine.
No! No, thank you very much. No, I'm driving. I'll go and get the car, Auntie.
Oh, dear me. I forgot to thank your nephew for his very generous offer.
Oh, you don't have to do that, Vicar.
Oh, yes, I do. Well, you heard what he said. This crib set is worth several £1,000s, and churches have been vandalized. That's why I was so grateful when you told me of his offer to spend the night here en garde, as it were. It would be very churlish of me not to thank him personally.
I don't think it would be a good idea, Vicar.
Oh, why? Would he be very embarrassed?
No, very surprised. You see, Vicar, I haven't told him yet.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
I hate Christmas. Oh, I don't. It's a season of goodwill to all men.
And women.
Yes, and women.
Look, I brought some mistletoe.
Oh, yes. This is the time to forgive one's enemies and to be full of the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, well, the only Christmas spirit I want to be full of is this one.
You're a typical old Scrooge, aren't you?
Now then, you two stop sniping at each other. It's Christmas. And don't forget, Mr. Smallbridge, we're having you for Christmas lunch.
Preferably boiled.
Simon. And what are you doing for Christmas, Ringo?
I'm going to have it away.
What?
Me and my mum were spending Christmas at a hotel.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we did it last year. It was smashing. No washing up, no cooking.
Oh, that sounds a good idea.
Oh, it is. They have games and everything. And last year they had a quiz. And I won a prize.
You won a prize.
Yes, I came in second.
How many contestants were there? 2?
True, Mr. Smallbridge.
I'll a lot more than what you think I do, Mr. Smallbridge. Ask me a question.
All right, well, I'll ask you a question. What is the capital of Zimbabwe?
Easy. Z.
Not that capital, let's go on. You Wally, the capital city.
Oh, capital city.
Yeah, London is the capital of England, Paris is the capital of France. What's the capital of Zimbabwe?
Oh, well, let me think now. Capital of Zimbabwe. Well, it's not London, because that's the capital of England. And it's not Paris, because that's the capital of France, yeah. Capital of Zimbabwe.
It's pathetic.
Oh, you shouldn't have told me, Mr. Smallbridge.
Good evening, all.
Oh,
Mr. Peel, I wanted to talk to you about the arrangements for tonight.
Not now, Vicar.
What?
Well, I haven't told him yet.
Well, I better come back later.
What arrangements for tonight?
Well,
And what haven't you told me?
well, the vicar's worried about his valuable crib being vandalised or stolen, and so I said that you'd be willing to spend the night in the church guarding it.
Oh, that's right. Thank you very much.
Hang on, your Christmas spirit's evaporated a bit sharpish. What happened to all this goodwill you were rabbiting on about?
Why don't you mind your own business?
You're all mouth and trousers, you are. Just think of those poor little children. If that crib gets knocked off, they'll be devastated. I'd do it if it was me, boy.
All right, then. All right. I'll do it. I'll give up my night's sleep.
But you don't have to do that, Simon. You can take it in turns to keep watch.
What, me and the vicar?
No, you and Mr. Smallbridge.
know your auntie was a Catholic.
No, she's not. No, this is C of E. Very high Anglican.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, Vicar.
I can't tell you how grateful I am to you both.
Oh, don't mention it.
Oh, no. I assure you, your generosity will be rewarded tenfold.
Thanks very much.
Oh, don't thank me. Thank God.
God?
Yes, he will give you your reward in heaven.
Oh, great.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll leave you to it.
Oh, yes, right. We'll take over.
I'll bring you some tea later.
Thank you very much.
Or, would you like a glass of wine?
Yes,
thank you.
please.
Is that a yes or a no?
Yes. No. Thank you very much. No, we must keep our wits about us, you know, in case there's any trouble.
Oh, quite so. Very wise. Well, I'll see you both later.
Well, I could have just gone a glass of wine.
Not the vicar's. He makes it himself.
It was a bit rough, is it?
Rough? I spilt some on my tie and it burnt a hole in it.
It's cold in here.
I hope you're not going to spend all night complaining.
I think I'll light a few more candles.
What for?
We'll warm the place up a bit.
They're not for warming the place up a bit. They're for offering intentions up to heaven.
My intention is to get a bit warmer. How much are they? Oh, 5p each. Very reasonable. I'll have 50p's worth.
What do you think of the crib?
That's all right, I suppose.
All right. It's magnificent.
It's not authentic, though, is it?
Of course it's authentic. I mean, look, they're all there. The wise men, the shepherds. Just as it says in the Bible.
Ah, what's that on the roof?
Snow.
That's it then, isn't it?
That's it then what?
I don't think they have snow in Israel.
They might have done on that night. Anyway, it's artistic license. Doesn't alter the facts.
She looks nothing like the Virgin Mary.
Well, you don't know what the Virgin Mary looked like.
Well, she's usually dressed in a blue cloak with a halo around her head. That one looks like a peasant.
When these crib sets were made, the Holy Family were portrayed in a more realistic manner. Now, she looks exactly like a carpenter's wife would have looked 2,000 years ago. Fancy having to spend a night in a stable.
Their own fault.
No, it wasn't. There was no room at the inn.
Well, they should have booked. I mean, the inn was bound to be full. It was Christmas.
Don't be ridiculous. How could it have been Christmas? It hadn't been invented it. He started it.
Yeah, so he did. I... Fancy a fag?
You can't smoke it.
Why not?
It's God's house. I mean, he wouldn't like it.
He doesn't like you to do anything, does he? You think he'd mind if I sat down?
No, I'm sure he'd like that.
You know what the trouble with God is?
No? What? Tell me.
Well, he's too fond of telling you what you can't do.
What do you mean?
Well, take the Ten Commandments. I mean, he made all them up, and they're full of thou shalt nots.
Yeah, but that's why they're commandments.
Well, he should have given us a few thou shalts.
I don't know why we bother to send missionaries abroad when there are people like you here. Don't you believe in anything?
I did. You knew me any good? I remember one Christmas, I must have been about 10. I prayed to God. I asked him to get me a scout knife and a stamp album. And most important of all, a set of roller skates. You know what I got?
No, what?
A jigsaw puzzle. So much for praying.
Prayer is a sort of spiritual conversation with God, not a celestial order book.
I wasn't asking for much. He's supposed to be able to do miracles, isn't he? There's somebody who can turn water into wine and raise people from the dead. Getting a pair of skates for me should have been a piece of cake.
God doesn't work all miracles to order, you know, especially for heathens.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, too.
You know, I feel sorry for you, Smallridge. You'll never get to heaven.
Will you?
Well, of course.
Then I'll be quite happy in the other place.
No doubt you will be.
It's going to be a long night.
Yes.
You fancy a Chinese?
Chinese what?
No. Indian, if you like. Quick vindaloo, curry madras, a couple of cans of lager.
Oh, we can't have the church stinking of curry.
No, yeah, I forgot he wouldn't like it, would he?
No, I've got some sandwiches here that Aunt Eleanor made up for us. We can have them later.
You heard from the kids?
Yes, I had a Christmas card from them yesterday.
Me too. And they won't be having a white Christmas.
No, no.
Yeah, my Yulin did say they were going to have a Christmas pudding.
They'll probably have it on Bondi Beach.
Before or after the pudding?
Don't be vulgar.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bishop.
Remember where you are.
Quite right. Which one of you is the bishop?
Neither of us.
Oh, you're both on the scrounge the same as me, are you?
Do we look like scroungers?
Yes.
Well, we're not.
Oh, understood. Well, give me £5 for a cup of coffee.
£5 for a cup of coffee?
I haven't had a thing to eat all day.
No, but you've been drinking, haven't you?
Only a couple.
A couple of gallons by the smell of it.
Just a few quid. It's Christmas after all.
Oh, no, you'd only spend it on alcohol.
Well, put something in the box.
No, I refuse. No, just a minute. That's the poor box.
Yeah, I found it in the back of the church.
You can't take this.
This isn't for the poor. I'm the poor.
It's for the poor of this parish.
Oh, understood. Well, give me a few coppers for the carol singers.
What carol singers?
Good King Wenceslas, last go down on, Steve.
That's enough, that's enough, that's enough.
No, there's lots more. When the frost lay round about, swift and crispy
Here, now, go and sing somewhere else.
Yeah, preferably in Scotland. Now push off before we catch the police.
You're a saint, and a scholar, and a gentleman. And you're a miserable old git.
Compliments of the season to you and all.
Right, I hope he hasn't nicked anything from the crib.
Hello.
What's the matter?
Well, the angel's got his wings in a twist.
No, be careful, be careful.
No, don't worry. I'll manage it. Which way was he facing? Or was it a she? Hey, are angels male or female?
Well, I haven't the faintest idea. Does it matter?
Does if you're an angel. Hey, Simon, watch this. The flying angel. What?
No, look what you've done. Is it damaged?
No, it's all right.
The Virgin Mary is. You've broken her arms off.
Oh, do you think anybody will notice?
Well, of course they'll notice. This is supposed to be the Virgin Mary, not the Venus de Milo. This is probably the most valuable piece in the entire set. You ruined the entire crypt. How am I going to tell the vicar?
I don't know.
Tell me what?
The candles.
Yes, the candles.
What about the candles?
Yeah.
Yes. What about the candles?
We might need some more.
We might need some more.
Well, there are plenty more in the vestry.
There are plenty more in the vestry.
Well, I've brought you a cup of tea.
Oh, very kind, thank you.
Yes, well, I'll pop down again later.
I should have told him. I didn't want to spoil his Christmas.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm trying to find the pieces so that I can take her back home and glue her together again.
Never do that, Simon. There are too many pieces. Take a miracle to find out which piece goes where.
Then I suggest you get down on your knees and start praying for one, because if I can't do it, you will have ruined the entire children's Christmas.
Well, I... Well, listen, God. I may be a bit of a heathen, but, well, if you're still in the habit of doing the odd miracle, we need one here now. I'm not asking for myself, it's for the children. If we can't fix that statue, well, they'll be heartbroken, so do your best. And by the way, I forgive you about the skates.
Smallbridge, wake up.
What time is it?
Nearly midnight.
You've been gone hours. You managed to glue the arms back on?
Yes, it took me ages, but I did it. And I did it so well that you'd barely see the joint.
Marvellous.
Unfortunately, as I got back in the car, I dropped it. And her head broke off.
Well, couldn't you glue the head back on?
Hardly, no. It was dark, you see, and I trod on it.
Thanks a bunch, God.
But I've I brought the remains back, so I'd better go and tell the vicar.
No, no, no. I'll tell him. I mean, I was the one who did it. It's up to me, isn't it?
Look. How did she get there? The Virgin Mary.
Simon, it's a miracle. I prayed for a miracle. And I got one. She's still there.
What? Oh, yes, so she is.
Thought when I woke up just now, perhaps I dreamt it.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Vicar, we have some news for you.
Wonderful news!
Yes, last night, here in this very church, a miracle occurred.
A miracle?
Yes, indeed.
It'll come as a shock to you.
You'll hardly believe it.
We could hardly believe it ourselves.
Yes. I mean, a prayer was made.
And that prayer was answered.
Yes, just you wait till you hear what we have to tell you.
Well, if I have to wait much longer, it'll be next year.
The angel had somehow got twisted round back to front, and Oliver here tried to twist him round right way.
But the angel fell on top of the Virgin Mary and broke her arms off.
Yes, yes. So I took her back home to glue her together again.
Yeah, but he dropped her and trod on her head.
Yes, meanwhile, back here at the church, Oliver was praying for a miracle.
And the next thing we knew, Vicar, there she was.
Have you two been drinking?
No, honestly.
Look, see for yourself. The Virgin Mary.
Ah, yes. I returned her to her rightful place last night.
I mean, this'll be bigger than Lourdes, Vicar. I mean, you'll have pilgrims queuing up at your door. And you did what?
Yes, well, when I opened the crib set yesterday, I noticed that the Virgin Mary's cloak was looking a little grubby, so my wife took it and cleaned it, and then last night I brought her down and put her back in the crib. Mr. Smallbridge was deep in prayer, so I didn't disturb him.
If that's the real Virgin Mary, what was the one that we broke?
Ah, that must have been one of our peasants.
I told you she looked like a peasant. It wasn't a miracle after all.
Who knows, Mr. Smallbridge? Perhaps the miracle was that the real Virgin Mary wasn't in the crib when the angel fell.
Yeah.
I suppose we better get back home, then.
Oh, before you go, I have a little surprise for you. Wait here.
Well, cheer up, Smallbridge. I mean, as the vicar said, I mean, it was a sort of a miracle.
It was a proper miracle, though, was it?
Here we are, gentlemen. In appreciation of my gratitude for your assistance, a dozen bottles of my cowslip wine.
How kind.
Have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes, and a Merry Christmas to you, too.
Oh, would you care to join me in a prayer?
Yes.
Take a pew.
Well, if God can turn water into wine, perhaps he can do something with this lot.
I think I've had enough of miracles for one day. Oh!